Hi, it's Kevin Lebates here, and today I thought it would be fun to talk about a weird social phenomenon that I've seen in the blockchain world. And as a bit of a background, first I'd like to introduce you to a website called Gitter, which is a bulletin board discussion type site, and you can use your social media account to log in and post questions and answer other people's questions. And there is a Gitter site for the Ropsten Ethereum testnet, which has been useful to me in the past because when I've hit problems with Ropsten, I've been able to go there and ask questions and other people have answered them. However, something strange has been happening on the Ropsten Ethereum Gitter channel for a while now, and that is that people just spam it with constant postings of their Ropsten Ethereum addresses. And the reason they do this is because they think that they're going to get some test ether that way. Now, it is actually the fact that on a sister site, the Kovan Ethereum testnet Gitter site, if you post your address, magically some Kovan Ethereum appears in your wallet and you can use it to deploy contracts on the Kovan network. However, there isn't such a setup for the Ropsten Gitter, and as a result, a while back I saw the opportunity to use my vast hoard of spare Ropsten test ether that I've mined over the months and years to set up a faucet. That is a site where you give away test ether because it's free and helps other people out, and there is a certain level of selfishness to it as well because I use my faucet site to advertise my book, and I probably made 20 or 30 book sales through that, so it's no real cost to me. It was a good learning experience and I get some marketing out of it. However, despite the fact that I regularly post on the Ropsten Ethereum Gitter channel that posting your address is not going to get you some test Ropsten ether, and you should visit my faucet, or there's another one that's also been set up now by a chap called Igor, and he even more regularly posts the fact that you're not going to get test ether by posting your address there. It just continues to happen. I think people wander in, see the long stream of Ethereum addresses that the channel consists of, and don't bother reading what's going on there, just make the assumption that if they post their address, they'll get some too. And then either myself or Igor responds saying, go to our faucet, claim your ether there. And I don't know whether any of them actually do or not. I should probably go and check to see if some of the addresses that people post subsequently claim some ether from my test faucet, but sounds like a bit too much effort, to be honest. But anyway, I just find it odd that effectively a weird culture has grown up around this Gitter channel in that it just continues to be spammed with Ethereum addresses endlessly day and night, and no matter what you say and what you do, there doesn't seem to be a way to fix it. Now, fortunately, it's a very simple thing to filter out. If you've got a browser plugin like GreaseMonkey, you can write a little script that hides any posts that only have an Ethereum address because you're not interested in seeing those, and then the channel actually becomes usable. But of course, for most users, that's going to be beyond their coding skills, and as a result, the site is effectively useless for most users. But as I said at the beginning, it is an interesting sociological phenomenon. I guess it relates to things such as, for example, if you have a clean park, then people don't litter. But as soon as a bit of litter appears, more people throw rubbish on the ground. And similarly, I believe New York overcame its vandalism and graffiti problems by making sure that whenever graffiti appeared or whenever an area was trashed, they fixed it as quickly as possible, because a bit of trash makes people think that it's acceptable to indulge in that kind of behavior, i.e. littering, and they go and do it too, and then the whole neighborhood goes to pot. So I just thought it was funny that the same thing happens in the virtual world as happens in the real world. Not really anything amazingly significant to this post, just an amusing observation. But I hope you found it interesting, and I'll see you in the next episode soon. Bye for now.